Hello again, it's Jimmy here at O'Reilly's, and I have here to look at a Vauxhall Mokka. So I've just finished looking at this Peugeot Expert, or Vauxhall Vivaro version this one is, but okay, we've got this one to look at now, and apparently it's had back to a garage several times. Each time it's had a fourth regen, and he said okay, let's change the glow plugs, do another fourth regen. Then it went back again the next day, light was back on. They said let's change the boost hoses. They changed the boost hoses, done another regen, lights back on, change the glow plugs, change the EGR valve, light, DPF light keeps coming back on. So we're gonna try and diagnose what's wrong with it, and he wants a DPF clean if possible. Okay, so inside the car, first thing I can see is there's no lights on at the minute, but he has cleared them. He said to drive it down here. It is idling very high, 1100 RPM-ish. Okay, we're going to use the launch Euro Tab 3 scan tool. Wait for it to load up. Login failed. Let's try that, see if it'll work. Okay, we're in. So this one comes up as an Opel. Obviously it's in the UK, it's a Vauxhall 2015 Mokka. Don't even know what engine it's got, to be honest. Do a high-speed scan. Okay, no fault codes apart from that one, which is a BCM, which is not going to be anything. Yeah, license plate, battery, bulb, sorry, what was that? Okay, front wheel drive. Yes, it's got stop start. It's a manual. Let's go to data stream. Engine mechanical, exhaust after treatment. Okay, we'll look at that one. A strange noise. I don't know if that's coming from the... Yeah, it's coming from the heater fan. Slight bearing noise. Oh, the revs have gone down. The revs have just dropped since I've turned the heater off. Let's put that back on. Where's the AC then? Maybe the AC is increasing the engine revs. Yeah, there it is. There's the AC button. So if the revs come back up, we'll try turning the AC off, see if that fixes that issue. Okay, we need to look at some data now for the DPF. DPF pressure. Got two of them there, so we'll just take both. Distance since the last regen. Would be good if we had the fault codes, or even a record of what fault codes were there. People just clear the fault codes, and when you ask them what fault code it was, they just said, "Oh, it was DPF." But DPF what? DPF sud accumulation, DPF efficiency, DPF over temperature, loads of different issues. Why the DPF could be shown an error. When people just see DPF, they think, "Oh yeah, it's just a DPF fault and it needs cleaning." It's not always the case. Just what I think is going on here. Okay, so let's have a look. Last time it's done a regen 18 miles ago. That wasn't that long ago. DPF pressure. No, not that one, sorry. HPA, which is the same as millibars. We're not reading anything on that at the minute. It's 0. Let's hold the revs up. We've got 10 pressure at 2000 RPM. RPM. It looks like the pressure's too low. Okay, what does that look like to me? It looks like we have a damaged DPF or a bad DPF pressure sensor. We'll confirm that in two different ways. I'll show you how. Okay, so the first one is come to the exhaust. Yep, and I can see that there is a sooty exhaust tip on it. Oh yeah, very bad. See the amount of soot. So that DPF is going to be cracked unless it's already been replaced. You know, if your DPF has been replaced, you'll still have the soot there because that soot isn't going to vanish on its own. But if this hasn't had a new DPF, then obviously that DPF is cracked. The whole purpose of a DPF, like I say in my videos before, is the whole purpose is to capture that soot so it doesn't come out of the exhaust into the atmosphere. Your exhaust tip should be clean. Okay, next tip, have a look at it. There's no coolant in here. Looks like a 1.7 engine, I think. A lot of oil visible down here. Need to locate where the DPF pressure sensor is really. DPF pressure pipes down there. We have zero pressure on that. Okay, so basically that's it. There's no pressure on the manometer gauge, there's no pressure on the live data, and we have soot on the exhaust. It needs a new DPF, unfortunately, this one. Okay, yeah, so he has come for a DPF clean, but unfortunately it's not something I'm going to be able to do because it's going to be pointless. You'll have this DPF error come back on within sort of 24 hours really. Maybe if he came to me in the beginning, it might have been a different story. I mean, it's had 6 or 7 regens at places. It's possible that it's most likely the first regen that would have caused the issue, because when you've got a massive amount of soot built up and you do a forced regen, you will overheat the DPF and crack it. The second, third, fourth regens after that don't really make much difference, apart from maybe harming your engine, running for 45 minutes over fuel and everything. But that's it, unfortunately. So see you on the next video. Once again.